Kirana, I'm Mere. Um, I plan on sharing my journey on YouTube. Like, I watch so many weight loss inspirations, and like they like hella inspire me, like to get my shit together and everything like that. And I thought why not make a channel? Why not? Why can't I do this too? You know, be accountable for. Um, I've been training like for the past 2 months, right? And since November, since November, I was training, and then I stopped during the Christmas break, and then I got back into my training. So from November to now, I have dropped just under 15 kilos, so 14.9 kilos. I usually go to the gym in the morning when I take my baby to school, to either the gym or to my PT. So I have my PT twice a week, and I go to the gym like roughly about 3 times a week. This week, since Friday last week, so today is Thursday. Since Friday was the last workout I did. Went to the gym, had a good workout, did a good boxing session with the gym instructor, and it was good. And then I came home, and then like I do really well on my eating. Just that Friday, like I went to the shop and I bought something. I don't know if it was for my baby, but then I grabbed me those bumper bars, those bumper, like, you think, because it's like, it looks so nutritious that oh yeah, like it's healthy, I try to keep my calories down and everything like that. But when I grabbed that bumper bar, and I knew, I was like, oh, I shouldn't get it, like I'll feel bad if I do have it, like, even, like it looks nutritious, but it's not, like it's got like, it was like 300 calories for one bar. Anyways, from when I ate there after my after my training session on Friday gone, today's Thursday, I felt so bad. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, like I just freaking ruined it. You know your mindset when it does that, like, and you're just like you just get back to that mindset, like, oh fuck it, like, I'm just gonna eat this today, and then I'll go back tomorrow. Like, I'll go back to healthy tomorrow. And then Saturday came, like, it just didn't happen. Like, I legit, like, went out on everything, ice cream, chips, like everything, for the literally since Friday last week to today. Like, I was meant to go to the gym today, and I didn't go to the gym. Like, fuck. So then tomorrow, since it's actually gonna be one whole week since I've been back in the gym, I'm just gonna push through and go back to the gym tomorrow. Hopefully I can like record something to like prove that to prove to myself that I can do this. Like, like, I got a strong mind. When shit hits the fan, I know how to pick myself back up and like go continue to do my shit. This year I want to finally be like 2 digits. I've never seen 2 digits. The only time I saw 2 digits was when I was 8 years old, 8 or 9 years old, one of them. And I was I'm sure I was 9, and we were at my mom's job's beach house. So my mom used to work for the disability support. She was a disability support worker. And sometimes in the summertime, like, she would take a few of the clients and take them to the beach house. So when she took them there, like, our whole family would go and like do like a little vacay there too, like just for a night or so. Like, she wasn't like allowed too much people there, but like the kids would stay there for a night because the beach was just right there. So it was just like perfect. Anyways, like, I remember weighing myself, and my weight was 80 kgs, and I was only like 9. What the hell? So that's the only time I can recall myself weighing, being in the two digit, And then the next time I weighed myself, I was in high school, I was about 16 years old. I went up to 115 kgs, like kilos. And you know, I was always the big girl in school, in primary and high school, like everywhere. I was always the big girl. I'm still the big girl, you know. But so from weighing 115 kgs, the next time I remember weighing myself was when I was 19. I moved to Australia when I was 18. Got me a job just before I turned 19, and then weighed myself then, because you know, set your goals and everything. Like, it was a new environment, you're working and everything like that. So then I went on the scales and I weighed 150 kgs. From 115 to 150, like, I was really big. And at 19 years old, come on, at 150 kgs. Anyways, I started working, like, it was very physical. I was working in the cold, but I was still sweating. Like, somehow in the cold, I was like legit still sweating. Like, I made sure that I was freaking like working out. So everything that I was doing, I was like, oh my gosh, like, I'm sweating, like, this is good. Like, I didn't know how to lose weight, but I knew that I was, like, I knew from the physicalness of, because I was lifting too. I was in a warehouse, it was a butchery, so we were packing. But my boss, like, he always wanted, like he always kept on choosing me to, like, do the things, like, come do this, come do that. So I did, like, and a lot of a few of the workers used to get, like, angry at me and like, oh, here we go, this she's always getting caught, like, because the girls would be at the table, like the ladies would be at the table and they would be the one packing the meat. So then when my boss called me, like, I didn't want him to call me. Like, sometimes I would go and then I'll be like the labeler, like doing the labels, or I'm just like standing there, like, making boxes while talking to him. And like, the girls would just, like, these ladies would just give me the biggest evils, like, they just didn't like it. Anyways, I worked there for like about 10 months. I left in October 2008. From working every day and doing what I was doing, I went back down to 117 kgs. And I looked really good. Like, you know, it was my high school wear and I looked really good. I felt good. I never went to the gym. I never actually trained. I did like walk a lot of times after work. So then I'd come home, I'd come chill for like a little while, and then I'd get up, put my headphones in, and I would just walk. Like, I love music. Like, music helped me through so many things. Like, it just clears your mind. Like, you can put your music on and like you're in a different zone. Like, you know what I mean? Like, everybody knows about what music can do. And that's what I did majority of the time I was working. Like, I would come home after work and I would like chill for a little while, and I would walk for like a good 45 to an hour, and my weight just dropped, you know. And I knew it was from working. Anyways, from when I left, there was one day, and I just got permanent too. Like, my boss, I just signed my papers. Like, I was probably permanent for like 1 week, less than 1 week, because I don't know, there was like a lot of rumors saying that our company was going to like get like going downhill. Like, it was just like people were coming and going like all the time. So then I was like thinking, why should I get permanent here? Like, if it's not even going to not even going to last. Anyways, my boss was the day I left, my boss wasn't there. He was out of town, I think. I'm sure he was in the UK, because he was from the UK. And then when I just decided to like up and go, like, one day I came home and then I told my uncle, and I go, oh, I'm going to Brisbane. And he was like, when? I go, oh, I don't know, tomorrow. And legit, I went online and I booked my flight, like, and I was in Brisbane that very next day. And that's how it went. Anyways, one of my friends from that job, she was emailing me and she was like, Mark was my boss, and he was like, Mark wants to call you. Like, Mark said, what's your number? Like, he's trying to get a hold of you. And from that day, I didn't hear from anybody at all. And I just said, oh, sorry, I'm already in Brisbane. Like, I don't know. I knew I wasn't going to stay in Australia long term, like full, like I already knew that. There was always something pulling me back to our home in New Zealand, which is my grandmother and my papa's home. The house where, the home that we were all raised in, like my uncles and my mom and all their children and others, you know, like this house was always, it was just always packed, and it was just so much, it was just full of love. Like our families, our extended families always used to come over, like when my nana was here, like it was always the place where everybody would gather together. But growing up, you know, everybody went their own ways. Like a lot of my uncles moved to Australia, then, you know, my mom was here in New Zealand, like trying to raise 4 teenagers, you know, like then it just went to like a ghost house. Like nobody came over, more like a drinking house. You know, we like growing up in high school, like my sister was, you know, brought her and her friends over to drink. My brother did, and then I did. So it was just a pattern. It was just a pattern of life that just happened, you know. Because we grew up watching my uncle and them drink and all that, but it was like not as bad that how like me and my brother and my sister were doing that, like not as bad as that, but still. Anyways, I moved to Brisbane, right? Moved to Brisbane and then stayed there for about a year. Like I came back in 2009. I came back in 2009, September. Yeah, so I moved to Brisbane and I was working all these odd jobs, doing childcare, doing meatworks, like just little jobs here and there. Finally came back to New Zealand, and like it just hit me, and I was like, nah, you know, like this is where I need to be. Like this is where I have to be. And since then I haven't moved anywhere else. I've only been living here. Anyways, so from moving to Brisbane, I gained, like, so my weight varied from 126 to 119. So that was my weight, like constantly going up and down from that. And then when I moved back to New Zealand, then I'm sure I was about 120 kgs. So I wasn't as big as when I left, but I felt good. Like coming back to New Zealand and then still doing the family work, like doing all these odd jobs like laundry, car grooming, worked with my sister at a cafe, and then like there was just nothing that really, like, all I wanted to do was just work, like, but these jobs were just, it wasn't like consistent, it would be like probably 3 days on, 4 days on, but it wasn't consistent. Then I tried to study, like I racked my student loan up to like 13k, like it's still 13k. And then in 2000 so I moved back 2009, and then in 2013, after all these odd jobs and all these trying to study, I found me work. I found me a job that I enjoyed. It reminded me so much of my Sydney job, of the job that I was doing in the meatworks where I lost my weight. It reminded me so much of that. I just wasn't in the cool. But like the feeling that I felt was like I was happy that I was working, and I was happy that I was doing physical things, because I knew like the weight was going to come off. So when I started working, I went back up to, so living in New Zealand, doing all of those things, my weight went back up to 167 kgs. And then that was like my lowest point of my life. And then when I actually found work, I went to work every day. I sweat every day, like I sweated like crazy every day. And then like to working, still couldn't come home. Sometimes I'd go on my walks, like go on my walks after work, and then my weight dropped down back to 115 kgs. So like I've never gone past losing weight. I've never gone past my high school weight, which is crazy. Like I've never seen 114, I've never seen 113. I've always seen 115 or 117. Like that was like my weight. So anyways, so from end of 2013 to 2016, beginning of 2016, my weight was 115 kgs. Anyways, I got pregnant. I think it just got easier, like to get pregnant. So then I got pregnant, had my baby at the end of 2016, October 2016, and then 4 months after having her, I decided, no, I'm gonna go back. Like I'm going to train again, and I did. Like I started training 4 months. November, December, January, February, March. 5 months. About 5 months after my pregnancy, like that's when I decided to train again. And then I was training at home. If you can see, like I'm in the car right now. But we have this big front yard. I'll show you from this side. So I would say it's about, I'm pretty sure it's about 30 meters, like from the front and start to the end. It's about 30 meters. Anyways, like I started training at home. Me and my partner started training at home. He was helping me. And then legit in 1 month, I dropped 10 kilos. And then I dropped another 10 kilos. So then I dropped 20 kilos from last year, 2017, from probably April 2017, April, May, June, July, August. Yeah, April to about August, I dropped like 20 kilos, and I was like, oh yes, this is good. So I went back up to 150 kgs, 50 plus kgs when I started training, like 5 months post pregnancy. And then started training, like eating right, and then the weight came off. Like I was training really hard with my partner, and then we were going through like a lot of stuff during that time, like a lot of stuff, like what are we going to do, like with the house. And me and my partner were talking, and we were like, like if nothing happens to our house, because it was so wretched, like it was so bad. So then my partner was like, if nothing happens to this house, we're moving on. I was like, oh yeah, that's fair enough, because I don't want to bring my daughter up in this environment. Like it's shocking. This environment's so shocking. So my mom came over, and she was like, she owns this house now. So then she tried to go for a bank loan and everything just to do renovations around the house, but the banks wouldn't approve of her. So then we for a split second, we all agreed to sell the house. Okay, we were like, okay, why not sell the house, and then maybe we could buy another house. That's what the person that came in and appraised the house was saying, like, sell the house and maybe you can, look for another house and whatever, stuff like that. Like, you'll get so much if you sell it. And for a split second, I agreed to sell, and I was like, I felt so bad. Like, I was like, what the hell? Like, I cried. Like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I just said sell the house, and like, this house drew me back here to New Zealand. Like, I knew I would have made it. I knew I would have made it in Sydney. Like, I know that if I had stayed there, but I didn't want to stay there. Like, there was always something pulling me back to this house, and it's coming. Like, the blessings are coming, like, constantly. Anyways, yeah, we were going through so much that time around about July, August, and it was cold, it was winter, like, and our house was just so wretched. Like, it was so bad. Like, you wouldn't want anybody to live in there. Anyways, my mom, like, when we got the person to come and appraise the house, this I told the lady, and I go, no, like, we're not selling. Like, if we do the house up, like, she was like, if you do the house up and you sell, like, you won't get much, you won't even get that much. And then I was like, well, if we do the house up, there's no way in hell we're selling. So then I was like, no, like, I told my mom, and I go, look, I'm gonna do everything, because she had about a few days before she went back to Australia, because she tried and tried and tried, and nothing was happening. So I told my mom, and I go, look, I'm going to do everything in my power to, like, help, to get this house done. I'm going to try and do everything. That night, I went to my room, and I was looking up brokers, because my mom was saying something about brokers, but, like, she couldn't get anybody to contact her. So then I went to my room that night, and then I searched up brokers on Google, found this broker, and then I was reading through them. They looked legit, they sounded legit, and I was like, oh, okay then. So then I filled out the form online, and then gave my mom's details. And in the message part where it says write message, that was me. I legit prayed to, like, called my nana and called my granddad, and I prayed to them, and I was like, help me write this. And then I was writing everything that I said in that message. Like, that's what got my mom the call back. Like, I gave him everything. Like, I gave him what we were all paying, and how many people were living here, and who's paying what, and what we pay for our bills and all that. Everything added up just right. And then so I sent it on a Friday night, right? That was a Friday night. That Monday morning, she got a call from that company, and saying, look, we can help you, like, get whoever to, like, to do their paperwork. And then from that time, like, things were just going up from there. We got our house renovated, inside, outside. Right now we're just waiting on the garage to get renovated, but from inside, like, everything from weatherboards to new windows to new flooring, new walls, installation, like, everything. Like, right now it's just amazing. But the only thing is that everybody's, like, in their own rooms. There's not, like, really much of a family connection here. Like, I don't even come and chill outside. Like, I'm always forever in my room on YouTube. But yeah, anyways, our house has finally got renovated, so we're finally back at home, because we were out of home for, like, since September last year. So we were, like, doing all these things. Like, I was trying to help my mom do all these things, so I stopped training. So from September last year, we were out of home till Christmas. So we were out of home for, like, 4 months. And then yeah, so that time where I lost that 20 kgs, went down, like, just above 130. I was probably like 132 or something, and then all these things are happening, and then we had to move out of home, and then I started training back up last year November. I went back up to 150. So from 150 to now, so I've been training on and off since November, eating on and off, right, since then. So from that time to now, I am about 138 kgs as of speaking. So yeah, I guess my journey is going to, like, me recording myself going to the gym and all that. Like, I'm gonna do it. Like, I know possibilities, and I know, like, if I can do it, and I know if a lot of other people can do it, like, we can do it. Like, we got this. This is gonna be our year. 2018. Aim for that 2-digit. I'm aiming for that 2-digit. So I'm crazy how I've never been past 115 kgs. But that's my goal this year. Like, that's hella my goal this year. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed my, like, lifelong story, and I hope to catch up with you sometime soon. I don't know how to do this editing thing, but I'm going to learn. So, ka kite, kia ora, hello in Cook Island. Ka kite means see you soon in Cook Island.